Hi everyone, this is Miss Ayala. I just wanted to go over this week's lessons on prefix. So this was the lesson for this week of May 18th. We are focused just on prefixes, and then there are also suffixes in this PowerPoint, but that will be next week's lesson, the week of the 25th. So today I'm just going to focus, like I said, on prefixes and answer some questions that I had. So prefixes are letters that are added to the beginning of a word. So it comes at the beginning of a root word. Prefixes, some examples can be re, which means again, un, which means not, and dis, which means opposite of. A prefix is added to the beginning of a word to make a new word. So, for example, if I had the word right here, preschool, the prefix is pre. That is the letters that come at the beginning of a root word. The prefix pre means before. So the word preschool means before school. And my root word in this would be school. So I'm going to say that again. My prefix would be pre. My root word would be school. And my prefix is what comes before my root word at the beginning. A prefix changes the meaning of a word. So here are some more examples of prefixes with a root word, and then it makes my new word. So I'm only going to go over a couple of these, and then you can go through and practice them on your own. I sent you the PowerPoint separately, so you can listen to this where I'm talking, but I also sent it without me talking, so you can take your time through each slide if you need to. So if I went over the prefix im, and then my root word is polite. Root word is a word that can stand all on its own, and I will go into a little bit more detail further on in this PowerPoint. If I had im, which means not, and polite, my root word, and I put it together, impolite would be my new word, which means not polite. And like I said, im would be my prefix, polite would be my root word. Another example on here would be dis, would be my prefix, which means not or opposite of. And if I mix dis with agree, my root word, and made a new word, disagree, that would mean not agreeing. Then this part of the PowerPoint goes into suffixes, and like I said, that will be next week's lesson. So I'm just going to skip over this, and if I need to make another lesson PowerPoint like I'm doing right now, I can go and do that for next week, the week of the 25th. So going into further detail of a root word is a real word. It is a word that can stand on its own. So we make new words from root words by adding a prefix at the beginning and a suffix, which comes at the end of a root word. And actually, I'm going to go back to this slide. So if I had the word under, un would normally be a prefix, but der is not a word. So that would not be a prefix because since der is not a word, that can't be the root word. A root word has to be a word that can stand on its own. So for example, let me go over this really quick. I'm sorry. Sometimes the root word is also called the base word. Just so you don't get confused, those are the same thing. And that is a useful piece of information. So here are some examples. In the word unhappy, the root word is happy. That is a word all on its own, and I can add the prefix un to the beginning to change that word. So unhappy can change into not happy. Another example is in the word eventful. The root word is event. That is a word that can stand on its own and be its own word, and then my suffix would be full. And then here you can kind of give yourself a little bit of a quiz. If I had the word wildly, what would be the root word, the word that can stand on its own? Is ly, a y, going to be a word on its own, or would it be wild? Same thing, if I had beautiful, is beauty, is that its own word, a root word, or is full the root word? Okay, and you can go ahead and practice these other examples. And then it gives you the answer. So go ahead and quiz yourself, see how you do. You can even message me and say if you got it correct. Also, can you think of any other words with prefixes and suffixes? And same thing, you can let me know. I also put some extra links on here to practice because practice makes perfect. And I posted 3 assignments on Wonders. If you have any questions, please let me know.